Golden sands under my feet, waves crashing loud, a steady beat, palms swaying left, swaying right, endless blue from day to night. Siren calling, feel the breeze, taste the ocean, salty seas. Siren calling, hearts collide, paradise where dreams reside. Barbecue smoke fills the air, street stalls glow without a care. Red rice served with love so true, Kelligan shining in the view. Drums pounding in the distance, dance ignites the night's persistence. Siren calling, feel the breeze, taste the ocean, salty seas. Siren calling, hearts collide, paradise where dreams reside. Tomorrow chants, they rise, they fall, history carved in every wall. Tinian whispers ancient lore, Siren soul forevermore. Siren calling, feel the breeze, taste the ocean, salty seas. Siren calling, hearts collide, paradise where dreams reside. Siren calling, feel the breeze, taste the ocean, salty seas. Siren calling, hearts collide, paradise where dreams reside. Dreams reside. Dreams
AP News. I'm Ed Donahue. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel and the U.S. are winning the war in Iran.
Iran's air defenses have been rendered useless. Their navy is lying at the bottom of the sea. Today we hit the other part of their navy in the Caspian Sea. Their air force is nearly destroyed. Iran's command and control structure is in utter chaos.
Iran has intensified its attacks on oil and gas facilities around the Gulf, dramatically raising the stakes. Netanyahu says Israel will hold off on any further attacks on Iran's giant natural gas field at President Trump's request. Oil prices are higher. At the close, the stock market is lower. The government wants to spend more to fight Iran. Here's the AP's Sagar Magani.
An AP source says the Pentagon is seeking $200 billion in extra funds for the Iran war. It's an extraordinary amount, and while Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth is not confirming the figure,
it takes money to kill bad guys.
At the White House,
it's a small price to pay to make sure that we stay tippy-top.
The president bills it as necessary, not just for the war, but to deal with a volatile world. Congressional approval is not a given, even with GOP majorities. Chuck Schumer and Democrats are a hard no.
$200 billion so Donald Trump can go to war with Iran is preposterous, unacceptable.
Sagar Magani, Washington.
The AP's Byron Tao reports in the middle of the war, the State Department is understaffed, demoralized, and struggling to carry out its basic functions.
More than 4,000 employees have left the department since the beginning of 2025. And interviews with officials say that these losses are having a profound impact on the department's ability to deliver services to American citizens and to advise policymakers in the midst of what is a growing war in the Middle East.
More information at apnews.com. This is AP News. This is the 34th day of the shutdown at the Department of Homeland Security, and it means big lines for people flying to spring break.
And continues to strain TSA staffing. It's the third shutdown in less than a year to leave TSA workers temporarily without pay. Wait times at airports are fluctuating and can change quickly even within the same airport. In Atlanta, passengers have waited up to 2 hours, while airports in Austin and New Orleans have urged travelers to arrive as much as 3 hours early. Flying earlier in the day, arriving early, and having backup plans in place can improve a traveler's chances of making their flight. I'm Hayya Panjwani.
In men's college basketball, Nebraska gets its long-awaited first March Madness win, beating Troy. Xavier Edmonds converted a layup with 4.3 seconds left. Number 9 seed TCU held off a furious rally by 8 seed Ohio State for a 66-64 victory. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. Are you or someone you know living with a mental illness? Have you experienced abuse or neglect, denial of services, or discrimination because of a mental illness or disability? You have rights. NMPOSSE is the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Systems Incorporated, and we're here for you. Individuals diagnosed with mental illness have human, civil, and legal rights under federal and local law. No one should be mistreated, denied services, or discriminated against because of a disability. NMPOSSE's PIME program provides protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness and provides information about your rights, advocacy and assistance for eligible individuals, and support in cases involving abuse, neglect, or discrimination. Services are confidential and provided at no cost to eligible individuals. To learn more, call NMPOSSE today at 670-235-7273 or 7274 or email gborja@nmposse.org.
Children whisper in the night, Where's the first shield? Mothers clutch their pearls, their heartbreak unsealed. Dogs won't bark, the sky won't rain, even the sun feels a little less sane. Dogs won't bark, the sky won't rain, even the sun feels a little less sane.
All right, good morning, Marianas. Holy cow, it is 7:36. Oh, if you are not already bouncing around or plugging your ears, you must not be able to hear very well, because it is that kind of morning. We needed that extra octane of that Robert Mojica song and the story of his epic mustache being shaved off. It's back, by the way. You couldn't keep that down for long. You can only hope to slow him down a little bit. Anyway, good morning, Marianas. It's Friday. You made it. You survived the week, and we are here. We are so happy to be here. My goodness. It is going to be a good one today. And then when we get out of here, we're getting out of here abruptly at 9 o'clock, maybe a little bit earlier, because we got to get to the airport. Star Marianas going to be taking us all the way down to the southernmost island of the Northern Marianas. We're going to be going to Rota, because Rota has the Galitas Festival. It actually starts this morning at 9 o'clock. They can't wait for me? What's going on? Rota's not going to wait? No, of course not, because Rota's awesome, and I got to try to catch up where I can. I could have left yesterday to get down there in time for today's opening ceremony. The only thing is we would have missed that draft supplemental EIS presentation that was given last night. We also were able to get out and speak to the folks from the military, the uniform folks, and the civilian contractors who were explaining all the different parts of that draft EIS. Well, they were trying to make it a little bit easier. Fun fact, it's like 1 billion pages long, and it's not easy. But you chip away at it a little bit, and you get good with some of that conversational knowledge of it, and you get to learn a little bit more. And so then you get to hear from the folks who genuinely want to hear from you. They're literally asking you for comments, and it's all the way till May 2nd. It is the public comment period. Are you going to love everything they got in mind? Maybe. Hey, maybe you are. But likely, probably there's some things that you're not going to be in love with, but you're never going to know unless you look into it. And you don't have to read all 1 billion pages of that document. The main thing I think you would really be more concerned with, at least in the short term, are the changes that they're looking at making. There's 10 different things, and they're mainly going to get their Marine Mammal Protection Act permit renewed for another 7 years. And you're going to hear more about it. Some of the stuff on there is really the same stuff. Some of those 10 items that they're adding are just little tweaks on what they are doing. There are some other bigger picture things. And here's the good news. I didn't figure it all out last night, and I don't think anybody would, but they're really open to talking about it. So they're going to be giving me all kinds of info as we walk through it together. We got some great contacts with those folks. And by the way, that was one of the cool things about it, that they said you can ask them too. They're giving out their numbers to anyone who wants to call them, their contact, their email, and everything. So I'm curious, because we heard like some of the comments last night, which were great, by the way. We got to hear from some folks who were just not in favor of any of it at all. And then you got to hear some folks who were talking about specific things about it. And I want to go and find out more of those things about changing some of the calibers and some of the rounds, which basically I would think probably goes from like a 50 cal to like a 20 millimeter or 30 millimeter round or something like that. But I don't know, because I didn't look at it yet. So anyway, but good points being raised by the folks who are interested in not seeing any changes to what's going on. And so we'll see what happens. What's been going on has been going on for like at least the last 10 years in their current environmental impact statement. And now what they're looking at doing is just tweaking it up a little bit, updating some of their things. And they're using some different technology that didn't exist 10 years ago, especially some of those autonomous things and those self-propelled things. You hear about all that cool scientific, sci-fi warfare kind of stuff. You can see that for yourself in there specifically. But the size of the ranges haven't changed. Again, this is more about the MIT, the Mariana Island Training and Testing. That's all that Navy stuff pretty much out in the water. Where they do all kinds of stuff. They talked about sea mines, not actual mining, like blowing things up with mines, but they are talking about like how they detect them and anchoring some things down on the seabed so that they could probably detect them. Stuff like that. That's we could dig into that on another show, but that's not so much for today. But that's what was happening. Tonight, they're packing up, and they're going to Tinian, and they're going to be talking about it. And then the following day, they're going to Rhoda. And when they go to Rhoda, we'll see them there, too. We'll be there with you because we're there all the way till Monday. Can you believe it? I know. It says Eric Mopness is out there with us today. Oh, Mariana says, Lechen Spandless. Gulan Pairiri. I love it. I love this thing. I don't get to wear this too often. And you know why? Because I can't fit it on any other shirt unless I like unbutton all the way down. I got to go deep V 70s style. It's the only way I can do it. Or I can wear a t-shirt. And usually when I'm doing the show, I can't rock. I don't rock the t-shirts, but man, I'll do it more for this. This is my traveling clothes. So when I'm heading to Rhoda, I want to be kind of comfortable. So I'm rocking this. Can't wait to hit the ground and see everybody. My goodness, we're going to miss the morning portion of it, but we're going to get settled in, and then we're going to rock for the evening session. We're going to bring you as much as we can, and then we got plenty of targets of opportunity as far as like stories go, roaming around the island and getting to meet people. And then Monday morning, doing Good Morning Marianas in the morning from Rhoda. Can't wait. So I should look fatter every day if I'm going to accomplish my mission of enjoying all that Rhoda has to offer. So keep your fingers crossed. Sorry in advance, Star Marianas, that I'll be going there and it'll be a little bit heavier getting me back for sure. All right. Well, hey, let's, you guys got the news update. We're going to be having some guests in here talking about some really cool stuff that's happening next week. Speaking of Monday, we've got Fresh Cut CNMI and Laddie Built 24-Hour Fitness going to be teaming up for a great event for kids that you're going to hear about a little bit. We've already posted it online, so you're able to see it. But this is going to be a great thing that's going to take care of the kiddos out there. And they're picking a perfect day. It's when school is out on Monday, taking advantage, putting a silver lining on that cloud that is austerity by making a great event on a day when the kids aren't going to school anyway. They're going to be offering free haircuts for the kids, for students, and they're going to be offering, they're doing a clothing drive also with clothes, athletic shoes, and all that. And it's all going to be happening down at Laddie Built 24-Hour Fitness. But we're going to hear about it in detail here in about 20 minutes. We've also got Landon Idlet is going to be joining us as well. Excited about that. We've been trying for the last couple of days. There's been so much going on. We haven't been able to get everybody in here. And then also planning for this trip. When we get down there speaking of that trip, we're going to be trying to get a hold of the folks from DCCA to talk to Fred Manglona down there. And we're going to find out all about how the Galitas Festival came to be. It started 8 years ago. We're going to try to find out more about the dog control program that they've got going on down there through the mayor's office and DLNR, a great partnership to make that happen. Excited about that as well. By the way, we would not be doing this as easily as we are were it not for the support of Representative Julie Ogo and her office taking care of us to help us promote Rhoda and everything that's going on in Rhoda and the people of Rhoda and this whole thing. Really excited. Oh. Oof. Got something for you. Hold on. We'll go past that and we'll come back to it later. Wow, that's a jaw dropper. Whoa, is my response. All right, anyway, get back to it. Representative Julie Ogo's office helping us out, getting us down there, arranging the car and a room for us, because thanks to our partners, we've already got an easy way to get to Rhoda and get back, but we don't have cool connects down there yet for like a place to stay and getting around and all that other stuff. So, I've been going to Tinian so much over the years. I know everybody, and so I can get things kind of easier over there. Rhoda was just a little step harder, but I'm so thankful that we've got it. So here's what our mission is. After the show today, we've got to run around and do a couple of things. And one of those things, we got to go and get a case of frozen chicken so we could drop it off at her parents' house. Now, she did not ask for this, of course, but that is something we're totally doing. The Ogos have been so nice to us over the years. I'm so excited to go and see them again. I used to just get them Ruschetti because that's what her dad likes, because he didn't drink anymore. Too bad. But we upgraded now to frozen chicken, and because it's like $1 million for a case of chicken if you're going down there. That's great. All right. That's the update on that trip. But I just can't stop looking at these comments, you guys, between you guys on YouTube and Facebook and WhatsApp. It's been nonstop. So first of all, thank you for that. If you haven't yet, please like this show, not just the page. Follow us, please, on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube, and check us out on the website, which is nminewsservice.com. But actually throw a like for the show itself. If you're watching on whatever channel you're watching on, please hit that like button and give us a reaction. Why is that important? Because it really shows our sponsors, our advertisers, that you are interacting and you're watching the show. They get to see the list of views that we get all the time, because that's what we do. We're super open with everybody, so they could see where we started. We started from the bottom, now we're here. Yeah, they got to see right from the beginning where we were at and what our numbers were like back when we were excited when we got like 1,000 people watch the show. And now we're averaging over 10,000 a view per show. So it's crazy. Hey, we got a call coming in. So let's take that call. Hoffaday Zentero, thanks for calling the show. Is this Joseph?
Yeah, I'm watching you right now. I don't know if this is correct. I'm watching you right now with your beautiful spondylus necklace.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's right here. And I've heard different topics about inviting people in for the talk show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm watching this Chinese webpage, WeChat, from my wife's phone.
Okay. Wait, say that again. Are you still there?
Sir. Good morning, sir. I know that this 2026 is a hot election year for the GOP, and people gotta weigh in with the said candidate that who they may prefer to be their leader and in best represent them, as far as the economy here in the cinema, the tourism, the fuel matter, because the fuel matter is owned, operated by a private company, both Mobil and Shell.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Shell and Mobil, yeah.
Okay, my concern here is that I want to share with you is the politics is already heating up here in the cinema. And last night there was a pocket meeting over in London at the residence of Mr. Patrick Cepeda, the party.
The president for GOP, yeah.
And yet people that I've met at the church, Rosary Novena, elsewhere, are questioning me about the integrity of the return of the former governor into the political arena. For the fact that the main key issue for these voters deep in the mind and heart is the boost. The boost program was abused, because for me, and how they say it, is that the intent is if they would properly distribute that money locally for the locals with, low pioneering businesses, that will be fine. But when only the few that is chosen, selected with the set amount, they were angry. It's sad. It's very, very sad that they were angry. And not whether they applied or not, but when they use the word abuse, how can you give someone money when not even the application for business license is put in?
Mm-hmm.
And, the integrity of that is really, really, really bad, because people are not happy with the way the boost program was handled. That's point failure number one for Governor Torres. Secondly, the running mate is my nephew. He's a school teacher.
Oh, Ben.
And that is a challenge for him, whether his career is at stake with being a education department or to become a leader of the island. I don't blame him for his ambition and for whatever career, but I strongly see that he should stay in the classroom. Now the other two is, yes, they've been a lawmaker for quite some time. So people have to X-ray and look into what are all the bills, legislation that was passed, signed into law that is benefiting the Commonwealth today. The war in the Middle East, the president had completely failed when he light up the fire and the what do you call this? When you stockpile all this bunch of wood together and you turn it on without consulting its allies. 50 years for the petrodollar. I think the Middle East nation is carefully now looking. Much of the bases, they are not really protecting the said country, but only protecting their own assets. Mm-hmm. Other than that, thank you, man. That's what I can say.
Hey, well, thank you too. Thanks for the call. I really appreciate it. And you bring up some good issues. I mean, they're definitely going to have some challenges with their campaign, and I know. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. That's going to be one of those topics. And my
prediction is correct that 2026. I'm sorry for my language. For the whole world, CIA, NSA, FBI. My prediction is that when this war kicks in, the real intent of the Iranians is to show the world how Israel treated Gaza, is how the Iranians would do likewise in Israel, and also to completely decimate their political leader. And they create a mess.
Well, I guess we'll find out. It's still early in here. All right. Hey, have a great day. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
All right. That is Joseph Mendiola giving us a ring this morning, giving his thoughts about what's going on and doing something that's kind of rare. And what's that? Talking about your political thoughts on or openly on a public forum. Hey, he's letting us know. And by the way, that's great. He's saying that there's some things that he doesn't like about this announcement from the GOP. He's got some thoughts about, or that people were sharing with him, some of the thoughts they had specifically about the Boost program. I'm like, so that's really interesting and thankful, by the way, that you would call us and share that kind of stuff. That's really great. I think you're right. I think you're spot on. I think that's going to be one of the challenges. That's going to be one of the talking points. The other ones I think are going to be like whoever's going to get in, because there's no incumbent. Are they ready to get us out of this funk that we're in right now? What is their plan to do it? And what are they going to support? What are they going to change? Are they going to change directions from what's happening right now? We're going to find out. I mean, it's just March now. We still have all the way up until November before we're going to be casting our ballots at the CNMI ballot boxes. And man, my goodness, can you believe it? Think of all the signs. They haven't even started going up there yet, And, it's funny, we got that message about the fuel prices from a guy who's not going to have to worry about it. I mean, he rides his bike everywhere. So just like me with my van, the gas prices aren't going to hit us as hard. So he's my partner in petroleum, Joseph Mendiola. Thanks for that call. All right, we got something from Louisa letting us know about the Little League schedule that's taking place this weekend. And where are we at? Tomorrow. Tomorrow we got a triple header, and Sunday we do as well. Tomorrow we've got 9 o'clock in the morning over at Tonco Field. Old Aces taking on the Cagman Lions. Then you've got at 12 the Natibu Sports Association Braves playing against the Fielders. And then at 5 p.m. they take a break then because other teams got to get out there on the field. The Cobras against the Old Aces are going to be going at it. and the junior division. On Sunday, you got juniors and seniors. You've got the juniors. The Dodgers going to be going against the Mariners on Tonko Field. Then you've got the seniors, Fielders, and the Old Aces at 3. And then they got a continuation game between the Comets and the Lions. The Lions making their return. They've got back-to-back continuation games because of the rain. Not too bad, but at least they're getting out there and knocking it out. Hey, before we get too deep into it, I want to say thanks again to all of you guys for being here with us today. Ray, Jolene, Kumoy, Areola, thanks for joining us today. And you're asking, hey, a nice necklace, where can you give me a link where I can purchase like a nice Sanahi? Pues Hafa. That's it. We put it in the comments, pueshafa.com. That's Annalie Villagomez. She is amazing. Not only is she super talented, so detail focused on all of this stuff, but she loves what she does. I'm telling you, I feel like that's the secret ingredient. If she was a chef, that's something that she'd be putting in her food that you wouldn't get at a regular restaurant. But that's what she does when she crafts all of these things. And in fact, this what I'm wearing right now, she didn't make it, but she helped me with it because I got this in 2017 when I went to Poggin, and the locking shell on the back, the fishing line came loose and it totally separated and I couldn't fix it. And so she's like, hey, let me do it. So she took it for a few days and worked on it and replaced it, and now it's good to go and I can wear it again. So thank you. And so I would totally say she is the person that you can go and get some great stuff. There's also a guy in Tinian who's really great, and his name escapes me, but his name for his art is Banadosu. I think it's the Banadosu shells. But he is, whoa, man, he's super talented too. You also got Tyler here, who is incredibly talented. I saw a lot of his work with the lashing and the HEMA when he was showcasing his works at the expo for the marathon. Oh my gosh, that guy is super talented. So there's a lot, but I don't have links to all of those. So I gave you the link to Annalie Villagomez on there. Carmen Ogumuro is here. Holidays in Tiro. Great to see you. Lesser moi moi. Saipan Nenny in the house giving us all kinds of Pika comments. I love it. It's great to see you for sure. Caleb is here saying good morning to all of you sponsors. Yes, good morning to all of our sponsors for sure. He said, Brad with the necklace looking like Brad Kitagua Rosala. Ungan. I am. That's what I'm going for. Tattoo is next. Piling Gazetmo, Mr. Hot and Sexy himself. He says, good morning, Brad Rosala, to all the others under the hot and sexy. Biba, the Biba, whoever makes you feeling pregnant and delicious. My God, Piling, bringing it right away from the morning. Joshua Brazel's in the house. What's going on? By the way, his video is great. Have you seen the latest memes that are going around where it's like your kids ask you, what were you like in the 90s? And then they throw like pictures of you when you were in the 90s and all that stuff. Well, he's got, this dude works out and he's got a shaved head. So his slideshow is all Vin Diesel stuff and shots from Fast and Furious. It's hilarious. I love it. That was great stuff, Josh. Evelyn Congo is here with us. Good morning. Thank you for being here. It's great to see you. Eric Mafta is my veteran brother. He is here. This guy is Volunteer of the Year, I'm telling you. He says, good Friday morning, Brad, Marianas, and everyone listening in this wonderful station. TGIF, have a blessed and safe day and weekend. Take care and God bless you all. Always have a safe flight, Brad. Enjoy the fiesta and wonderful food. Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait. And Marcia is in the house. That's the one where I see if I got it right the first time. But anyway, she's like, leche naspondulis, kulan pyriri. I love this thing. It is great. And this thing, so this is, I have two, but this is the meaty one. Like the other one I can wear under the shirt and it's okay. Like I can wear it like with a regular thing. But this thing is heavy. I mean, listen to this. I mean, that's a thump on the chest right there. Who else we got in the house? Luisa, and she started from Taladza, now with Spear. And, and she's talking to Tobot, but Tobot can't even get in on the conversation. Why? Because he got blocked on Facebook. I don't know. I know the comment that he made, I didn't block him. It must be either he blocked himself or Luisa blocked him or Facebook blocked him for his comment, which I thought was funny. I thought it was funny. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I think it was an automatic Facebook block. Anyway, I got you, though, over there on the YouTube side. The tint man for Dan's there. He says he hasn't been to Rhoda since he tinted the airport back in 2013. He says, I love the burrito at Pizzeria. Man, they got new stuff over there. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they've got over there. This new place, Puesto. I haven't been there since they opened, so I want to go and check it out. Ignacio de la Cruz is here. He says, good morning and happy Friday, CNMI. Great to see you, too. Who else do we got out here? Let's see. Oh, yeah. And by the way, Luisa says, come out and support the kids for baseball. And she said, barbecue is always welcome. Yes, nobody turns down barbecue. Vegetarians and vegans are like, yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, I could do it too. Vince Olapai Taitano in the house saying, happy Friday, Marianas. It's 5:30 somewhere. Oh my gosh. It's going to be great. I'll tell you, when Lent is over, I'm waiting for Easter. Hurry up and get here, Jesus, because I gave up drinking for Lent. In the meantime, I just got to kind of hang out. Oh, wow. Wycliffe Umul, who says, Hafaday and Ali from Palau. Ali Ole. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here with us. This is great. All right. Not I, said the fly. I love that. Not me, said the flea. I know I have more to that. It's kind of funny. Then he says, I thought Tobot was out of Facebook jail already. Yeah, so did everybody else. Everybody else thought so too. All right, hey, we do have, before we get too crazy, again, we would take a break, but we got an opportunity we got another guest coming in. We have an opportunity to get a weather update from our friends with the National Weather Service, so we're calling them right now. Dum, bum, bum. Dialing them up, ringing them up. And we're going to have him here. Oh, he is there, and he should be able to hear us here in a second. You guys are going to be able to hear him in a second, too. I got the thumbs up from him, but we're going to get him on the screen as soon as I find the very easy one that's already got. Here we go. Share NWS is the little tab. But look, there he is right now. This is the guy. If you like the weather, it's because of him. It's our meteorologist from Guam, the National Weather Service. It's Landon Idlet. Landon, thanks for joining us today.
Good to see you this morning. It's end of a great drier week across the region, and the dry weather is going to continue at least several more days, more so for Saipan and Tinian as we go into the weekend and possibly into early next week. We do have a couple of hazards to watch out for. Nothing like we had last several weeks where we had that pounding, dangerous surf, and there's rip currents and the hazardous seas. But things are still ongoing. We still have the high surf across north-facing reefs and beaches for high surf advisory. That's for surf upwards of 8 to 10 feet along north-facing reefs and beaches. So the strong rip currents will still be there at least through this afternoon, maybe lingering into the weekend. A small craft advisory is still in effect through this afternoon. It could be extended for Saipan and Tinian due to the larger seas out there on the open waters with that surging northeast trade winds. Otherwise, beautiful weather out there across the morning, across the CNMI this morning and on into the weekend. We could see more showers early next week, but we're talking about more so Rota, Guam, and southward across Micronesia as a broad circulation comes through the region. So I'm going to turn my camera around, show you what I'm looking at. We do have a cluster of clouds coming in just across Saipan and Tinian to the east. That's going to be moving in. Otherwise, it is bone dry out there, not much to speak of as far as rain. Here at the Guam airport, we've had about 3/100 of an inch over the last 5 days. So that's a stark contrast to what we had over the last several weeks, months, last 8 months, really. So it's a much appreciated reprieve. The temperatures, we're still seeing those cooler temperatures across the region, and that's with that modified air mass that's been coming across from the northwest, the North Pacific. That's going to be moistening up just a little bit as we go into the weekend. We're seeing dew points this morning at the Saipan airport around 66, 67 degrees dew point. That's up from around 57 to 60 degrees dew point where we had earlier this week with those much cooler weather conditions. So we're going to see the temperatures gradually creep upward with the dew points and the relative humidity. So it's going to feel a little bit more like normal as we get into the weekend, especially early next week. But otherwise, beautiful weather pattern coming up for the days ahead.
Well, that looks amazing. I'll tell you what, we've got a nice cool breeze that we've had for a while. Like, it is just great. In fact, yesterday I said it was freezing in Saipan because it was like 74 degrees. And I know what the people in the mainland are thinking. They're trying to throw rocks through their computers to get to us.
Yeah, this is a great weather. I mean, it feels like Southern California, maybe even Hawaii without those Kona lows where they've been having all that wild weather in Hawaii. But this is about as good as it gets. We didn't see any record low temperatures during the overnight hours. And I think those winds, we're seeing that butterfly effect in the radar here at Guam. That's from the salt spray in the air. That's usually about 15 miles per hour of winds and greater. Those winds kept us a little bit warmer over the island overnight. If we had calm winds, we probably would have dropped into the lower 60s. Especially in San Bernardino, where we had those lower dew points early this week. But yeah, enjoy the weather while it lasts. Just some spotty showers. This is just enough to get things damp, maybe briefly wet, and then they move right on off, and then it's dry and sunny again. So if you have any painting, outdoor work to do, car washing to do it today, tomorrow, the next couple of days before the showers start to increase early next week. And again, I think most of the showers are going to be hanging near Rota, Guam, and southward as we go into early next week. But do keep an eye out for that. It's going to be otherwise beautiful weekend. Water hazards in play for smallcraft and surf advisories. Otherwise, spotless March weekend.
Yeah, we had a fishing tournament that was postponed all the way up until this weekend, and now it's postponed again because of that high surf advisory. And as far as those showers go, I mean, it's going to be great for Saipan, but we're heading to Rota today after the show for the Galitas Festival, which is like the people who are from Rota. It is so awesome, and hopefully it's not raining too heavy down there. The weather looks like it's been great so far. We've seen Tomas Manglona from Marianas Press doing some reporting from down there, and it all looked great, the weather, and I know they'll be covering it this morning, so hopefully it'll be just in time for me to eat a whole bunch of food from Rota. So,
well, you have plenty of time for that.
Yeah, you were just there. Was it last week?
I was just there. What was it? Gosh, it's already 20th of March. I was there, I guess, the first week of March, about 2 weeks ago.
Jeez.
It feels like it's been a lifetime ago already. It's just so much things going on. But Rota is a beautiful place, and I just wish we could boost more tourism, get cheaper flights to get more people there, because it's such a unexplored gemstone of the Mariana Islands. And I think a lot of people from Guam would really learn a lot to visit there.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait, and I'm ready to get down and have some fun. I saw some of the practice. The guys, the musicians, were practicing last night and posting some of the videos.
Oh, very nice.
And I'm like, all right, I got my cha-cha ready. I practiced. I packed it in the suitcase, so it's ready to go, so I could bust it out. Hey, any new developments from your side, by the way?
Nothing new. We do have World Meteorological Day that's coming up on Monday, March 23rd. That's celebrating the beginning of the World Meteorological Organization. That's something I like to use, and we're going to do a proclamation signing with the governor of Guam coming up later this morning at Adelup on Guam. Just a way to recognize the Weather Service, the work of the Weather Service, and the weather industry. This year's theme is Observations Today, Protecting Tomorrow. And it's just a big thank you that I want to use to thank all of our observers out there that collect those surf observations. The CNMI Homeland Security Office, they provided surf observations from the ground up across the CNMI, and that information comes to us to verify or modify our forecast. And so those observations, whether it's a rain gauge, a stream gauge, or temperature, wind speed, or surf observation, that's so important to our operations to see what's going on across the region. So thank you all for our observations and the collaboration, those communications.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that we got a lot of folks working together for all this stuff, and your Weather Ready Nation folks. I love it. Glenn Polycare is this dude is
especially Glenn.
Yeah, especially Glenn. After a while, how do you earn one of those coats? He seems like he's got to be due for like one of those cool windbreakers.
Well, he was begging and pressuring for years and years and years and almost threatening violence and attack. So he earned it.
Yes, that's great. Well done. Well done. Good. Well, I'm glad he got one. All right. Well, he's needing probably a smaller size now. That dude's been working out like a fiend.
I saw that. My gosh, we're going to have to feed him something. We'll have to take care of that problem.
Nice. Well, I know where all that weight that he lost went. I found it. All right. So, Hey,
I'm bulking, bro.
yeah, that's it. It's a dirty bulk, though. So I'm going to have to suffer through it. All right, hey, Landon, thanks so much. Thanks for your time, and thanks for keeping us updated. And especially this week, where we're going to do it Wednesday, then we're going to do it Thursday, and then finally, we got it today, Friday. So.
And let me just give a prelude from 2 weeks from now. I will be on location 2 weeks from now with a big surprise to reveal. So we're going to talk about that in 2 weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks so much, and we'll reach out to you soon. I look forward to seeing what happens in 2 weeks.
All right.
All right.
See y'all soon. Have a great weekend.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right. That is Landon Idlet giving us everything. See, I almost said it wrong. I'm getting closer.
Idlet. Yeah. Idlet.
I know it's Idlet, but I still, for years, saying Idlet and having it wrong. Now I got it. Yeah. That's right. Adulation. There you go. So there we go. That's our weather update and more from our friend down at the National Weather Service, Landon. If the weather is not great, we are going to blame his brother Brandon now that he runs the whole show. All right, folks. Well, we're going to take a real quick break.
Blame Brandon.
Yeah, blame Brandon. Hashtag blame Brandon. All right, folks, we'll be back with more for you guys. We got Jeff Hostetke here. He's going to be talking about how much he loves the Cleveland Browns. No, he's going to be talking about what's going to be happening next week at this great opportunity for the kiddos where you can be the inspiration for the youth of our islands. We'll be right back.
Hey, bro, can I? Yeah, man, go for it. Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too? Sure, bro. Go ahead. Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush.
Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your bush today.
If you think girls and women's equality matter, stand up. If girls and women's sports matter, and you want your daughters to have the same opportunity you had, stand up. If you know that it isn't fair or safe to allow males to compete in girls' sports, because it's, well, obvious, stand up. Don't be cowed by people who call you a bigot. You're not a bigot. Don't let men tell us how to be good girls. Don't let others tell you you just need to be quiet. Sit down. Be nice. It's not nice to further a lie. It's not mean to believe in women's equality. We deserve our own sports, privacy, fairness, safety. We deserve a chance to compete and win. So don't be nice. Don't be careful. Be honest. Be brave. Fight for women. We've come too far to give up now. And if you agree with that, stand up and stand with us.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles start with you.
Fox Sports Update.
The round of 64 in the NCAA tournament is set. The first 4 concluding on Wednesday, with 2 more teams punching their tickets to the big dance. Game number 1 saw Prairie View A&M emerge victorious with a 67-55 win over Lehigh. After winning only 5 games last year, they bounced back and won the Southwestern Athletic Conference and have now won their first ever NCAA tournament game. They move on as the 16 seed in the South region to face the defending national champions number 1 Florida on Friday. And in game number 2, Miami of Ohio defeated SMU 89-79. The Red Hawks went undefeated in the regular season, 31-0, but an upset in the first round of the MAC tournament led to them becoming an at-large bid for this tournament. But the win has them advance as an 11 seed to take on number 6 Tennessee on Friday.
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
In the NHL, the Hurricanes and Penguins went into overtime, and Carolina secured the win in the final seconds.
Aho hanging on the backhand. He'll turn, forehand, Walker,
The call on FanDuel Sports Network South, Sean Walker lights the lamp as the Canes win it 6-5. The Devils beat the Rangers 6-3, and the Capitals with a 4-1 win over the Senators. And some history being made on the soccer pitch Wednesday as Lionel Messi added to his impressive resume in the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Reguilon is there, cutting it back in. Lionel Messi looking for a shot. He scores! Lionel Messi, the 900th goal of his illustrious career.
The call on FS1, Messi scored in the 7th minute against Nashville SC for his 900th career goal, joining Cristiano Ronaldo as the only 2 men's players in history to reach the 900 goal mark. For more scores, stories, and features, go to foxsports.com. I'm Tony Genualdo.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Join Fox in supporting our troops. From daily needs to global emergencies, help us be there for those who serve. Visit go.fox/Red Cross to donate to service to the armed forces today.
Bring the heat today, so let's get inside. Woke up and smiles, the sun shining. Let the sun shine in. Got dreams to chase and a world to win. Turn up the reels is today.
Good morning, Marianas. It is 8:18 in the morning here, and is it 8:18? It's 8:18. Yeah, it's verified. It's confirmed. It's 8:18 in the morning here on Friday, and we are just enjoying this beautiful weather that Landon was talking about. And it is not a hot day. It's not a warm day, but today is warmer than it's been in the last few days. And it's heating up this weekend with the Galitas Festival over there in Rhoda. I can't wait to get down there. We'll be on a plane in about 2 hours heading that way. So we're excited to be there. But right now we're excited about our guest in studio today. This is Jeff Hostacki. He is a carpenter now. He is the maker of cages and kennels. I didn't know about this. He's got so many different talents on top of that. But the big deal is Monday. He's going to be part of this great thing that's going to be happening over at Laddie Built, where they're going to be working together to take care of some kids. We're going to get into it in a second. But first of all, Jeff, welcome to the show.
Hey, Brad. How are you?
All right. It is so great to have you here. And, man, also, did you know this guy is a talented soccer player? I mean, this guy is so multi-talented.
Well, that's a stretch.
Well, he's a soccer player now.
I'm a soccer player. I don't know about good.
It's official. He is definitely a soccer player now, playing with our team over on Pyrie. And so is Derek. Now, Derek's not here with us today, but he's a big part of it. But before we start getting into Monday, let's talk about you a little bit and introduce you to everybody to the show. Tell us about you. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? And all that good stuff.
So as you introduced, my name's Jeff Hostacki. from the States. We just left Arizona after opening a barbershop there. But we are originally, my wife and I, from Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland rocks. Cleveland
Yeah.
rocks.
Yeah, it's one of the grittiest cities over there, but the pride for that area is strong. Like you had mentioned before about the Cleveland Browns. I mean, we have been going through failure after failure after failure, yet we keep buying tickets and keep showing up.
Yes. Oh, and hey, I'm sure you must have seen it. The guy who's got the jersey, it doesn't even have a number. It just has the last names of all the quarterbacks who have been on the team. Oh, I love that thing. 1 million quarterbacks, I think, at least. I don't know the exact number, but you guys have had so many quarterbacks. Since they came back, was it in '95?
Yeah.
Yeah, since the team came back. By the way, a terrible thing that happened to Cleveland, because did you guys make the playoffs that year with Belichick and Saban?
Yeah.
That was the last year when they scrapped it. The Cleveland Browns ended up moving to Baltimore to become the Ravens. Even took one of your Hall of Famers, Ozzie Newsome, who was the GM, away from the city. They turned him into Super Bowl champions like in no time, and that was your team.
Yep. Yeah. The rivalry between Baltimore is that nuance is not lost. We hate Baltimore.
And so in '95, the team comes back. The NFL says, "Screw this. We're bringing the team back to Cleveland, and you guys got to start from scratch."
That's right.
To build it all back together again. And there have been some good teams over the years.
We've had some good teams. The problem in Cleveland isn't the players. The players have heart. You've had a lot of people that have gotten drafted and came there, and because of the fan base, they pour their heart into Cleveland. But with so many things in life, if the proper leadership isn't in place, it doesn't matter how many good people you have under you.
Yeah, true. And there's been a lot of people who have come and gone from Cleveland. And again, we talked about the quarterbacks. Like so many quarterbacks have come and gone from what do they call it? Do they have a name for you guys for the city? Like Pittsburgh's like Steel City, Buffalo they call it the Queen City, Chicago's the Windy City. Do they have something for Cleveland?
No, hopefully the moniker from the 70s and 80s, the mistake on the lake, is gone. But
yes, the stadium, the mistake on the lake. Talking about the stadium on Lake Erie. My gosh, I haven't been to the old one or the new one, but your old one, was it the War Memorial or something like that?
A big Coliseum right in the same spot. Old. It was a beautiful building, though. Very nostalgic for me. Dad used to, take me to Cleveland Indian games back when they were horrible, and a game was probably only $3 a ticket. You'd get up there and get in, and the Coliseum was set up. It was not necessarily for viewing pleasure, because sometimes you'd get seats that were right behind a pole. So the whole time you're having to lean to the side to watch the game.
So we had a stadium like that in Buffalo. It got knocked down, I think, in 87 or 88 maybe, or 89, where the Bills used to play. And then our AAA team, we were the farm club for the Indians for a while, the Buffalo Bisons. And we had that. In fact, the movie The Natural, did you ever see it?
Yeah.
That was the stadium where they played.
Okay.
In fact, they put up old-timey advertisements on the home run fences and stuff like that during one of the seasons while they were filming all that stuff. So it was great. It's like, hey, Chesterfield cigarettes, yeah, ready to go.
Did they have the old number scoreboard?
They did.
Put it in?
Yeah, so they
perfect.
put that on there too. Like it was all old-timey stuff that season. It was very, very cool. But it was the same kind of stadium that you guys had over there, that same design and all that stuff. And we had people that had to lean around those poles for the covered sections and all that stuff. So great stuff. Well, hey, now you're in Saipan. You're all in over here.
All in.
And I know I see Venus all the time. I saw her racing like she's got a biker gang coming down the road after lunch yesterday. And I'm like, yes.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She was focused. I was leaning out waving. She didn't see me. She was too focused on winning that race. It was awesome. But now you're over there. You guys are over at Casa Marianas doing all kinds of great stuff and getting in the community. But tell me about Fresh Cuts.
So Fresh Cuts CNMI, it happened kind of organically. My wife and I originally came over here to pseudo-retire while I was working on my master's degree. And she's been off work for about a year while I was traveling and opening up barbershops in Florida and Arizona. And then we came here and, was just enjoying the island, trying to meet the people. And through those associations, my wife ended up coming on to Casa Marianas, meeting Blaine and Kevin down there. And it just was the right fit. They needed some help in some areas. And my wife, after that year hiatus, you could tell really was itching to get back into something that she was passionate about. She had taken this last time to get a bunch of training and certifications and schooling in a new career field for herself. She does hypnosis and energy healings, and that has been something that has been on her heart for over a decade. And finally I'm so proud of her, dove straight in, got it, and buckled down and did all the coursework that she needed to do. And with the interesting thing with that, as opposed to I have a bachelor's degree and I'm working on my master's, but it's more collegiate. Like, her schooling was all about working on herself first, so that she had a proper space in her heart to be able to help heal others. And I just found that so interesting.
Yeah.
Usually education is all about just knowledge and what you can do for somebody else, but they really hammered home, you have to do for you first and be whole and healthy.
Oh, man, that's the foundation. That is actually a great lesson for everybody. I need some of that in my life. I got to do that too. By the way, Venus in the comments, when we were talking about all the stuff that you do, she's like, oh, he's so talented, with a big smile. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on with this thing.
CNMI then ended up kind of organically. We had a couple conversations with some people here, and they said that would be a need. And as I was looking around and seeing all the different barbershops, there's no certifications here. That was the first thing that got me. I had went to school for 2 years in the States, had to take a state board written and practicum test. Remained at the school that I trained at for another 18 months as a teacher's aide, helping the new students learn, and that just sharpened my skills and helped me be a floor manager, which ended up really helping me out in my career, because like I said, I was able to open up a couple of other shops, and that was for people that just didn't really know how to run them. And since I had that knowledge, I was able to step in, put the proper procedures in place, and develop thriving businesses for them. And now here, we were talking before off air that, it was finding something that, I've worked jobs my whole life. And then when I finally got out of construction, that was just to pay the bills. It was fun. I got a lot of talent because of it, but it was always just to pay the bills. I retired from that and got into barbering, which I liked. So I finally had a career, something that I like. I don't feel beat up every day when I'm coming home. I enjoy the interaction with the kids and the fathers in the barbershop, and the camaraderie in the community. That's what it was all about, that old school barbershop where you walk in, you can get a shave and a haircut. You're saying hi to the mayor and, a teacher. There's two boys there, and everybody's greeting each other. It's just the best thing. So when I came here, I saw that, for me, I didn't know that opening a shop would be the right thing. With the training here and everything, it just didn't seem like it was going to be the right thing. But then I found out, just kind of how the economy is, and how could I get in and help now? Because this part of my life, I just turned 50 years old, and I told you I went from working a job to finally having a career, but then somebody introduced me to the term of vocation. And a vocation is when you have your passion and your purpose interline, and you do what you love, and it's for others, and you happen to be able to stay above water while you're doing it. That's the best thing in the world. I'm not worried about, just doing something I don't like to do to be able to pay the bills. Now it's about, what can I do to help you? And Fresh Cut CMI grew, and we're on the way to be able to offer barbershop here on the CNMI for all the kids. That way it can take some of the economic burden off of the parents. A household that has 2 or 3 children, a lot of times the dad's just bought a set of clippers and he's buzzing their head, and that doesn't do any good, when the kids going to school for their self-esteem and their look. Children can be cruel sometimes, picking and teasing. And if you don't have the right shoes, the right clothes, the right haircut, you're an outcast. That's so hard. So if we can take off just that little small and get them, confident and looking good. And then really that half hour that you have the kid in the chair, it's pouring into them. It's loving on them, building them up, hearing about their dreams and aspirations and encouraging them to have the confidence to do it. That's what it's all about.
That's so great. It's so funny you talk about the dads with the clippers. So my mom used to be the one that would take us to get our haircuts. In fact, grown up in the late 70s, early 80s, my mom had cut my hair with scissors, like the shears and all that stuff. Then took us to, and I hadn't thought about that to this moment. Holy cow. My mom actually did that. But she would take us to get our haircut at places and all that. And one summer she got sick. She was in the hospital for a while. So it was my dad who was taking care of us. And we went to that old-timey barber shop. A guy named Laverne, old Polish guy, had this shop since horses probably were on the streets. And it was $1.50 for the haircut at his place. He never changed it. He had those old, wild root, all the old stuff on the walls and all that stuff. And he's like, our dad was saying, you guys are getting the buzz cut for the summer. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. I hated it. It wasn't great and it wasn't awesome, but he didn't have to worry about a haircut for the rest of the summer, so that was easy. But I ended up still going back to that barber because he ended up doing other cuts that weren't just buzz cuts. And he would charge $2.50 for the haircuts, but he would say, no, only $2 because you guys are still in school. Save that 50 cents to go toward college. I'm like, come on, this is the best, Laverne,
awesome.
And so you got a great opportunity for getting something like that started. I know it's going to be more than $2, but Monday is nothing.
So that's Monday's coming up quick, and luckily my friend Derek, he owns Lottie Built, and he had a great idea. He wanted to put on a boot camp there, and he knows that Fresh Cuts is trying to, get a presence, and he asked if I'd be willing to come in and, put up a pop-up event, cut some kids' hair on Monday, which I was all in, of course. I got to get the word out and let them know that we'll be opening sometime this year, and this is where you can go to get your haircut. So that's what we're going to do. We have events planned throughout the gym. Their trainers are there. We're in talks. We're going to try to have some food for the kids, games, activities. We've done a clothing drive, and I think there's a food drive begun for the next 2 days at Casa Marianas for their movie night. They're asking that somebody bring just dry good, canned good, some kind of food item that's non-perishable, or a new or lightly soiled clothing. And we're going to try to even get a couple pairs of sneakers for the kids.
That's great. Just unbelievable. And, watching what you guys have been able to do over there, it's not just some business. It's so much better. I love it. Being here for a long time, I see a lot of things come and go, like everybody, right? It's like you see some people who got a lot of energy. They think they're going to get something, and then it just kind of goes away. It's like, well, that was fun. And I thought maybe this might be one of those things, the Casa Marianas thing. I hope, high hopes, right? Yeah. But you just never know. And this is how I know that it's great, because it's not just that. It's not just that business. It's actually becoming part of the community. Right. And leaping to action, like you guys just the other day, that whole thing with the dog cages and the kennels and all that stuff. And then you guys sprung into action, volunteers, not paid for any of this stuff, going out, getting materials, building those things. So now on top of this, they're not going to have to worry about it anymore, because you guys built these things, and people donated stuff for temporary, right? I mean, and you guys are doing the movie night thing, which is a lot of fun. You're getting people involved. You got, I know the business part is that gaming stuff too. Yeah. But you're featuring the area. I can't wait, by the way, till that little cafe opens up.
Me too.
That's going to be pretty neat. But then this, and you guys just in general, getting to know people here and really getting into the community. So you're not just along for the ride, seeing how this stuff works out. You're in it now.
That's right.
And you're taking it to that next level, and doing this is so cool. I love this idea. I can't wait to see where you open up a shop so I can go and start getting my hair cut.
Me too. I'm excited. But that was one of the things that, somebody had said to me yesterday on a Facebook post about, seeing businesses come to the CNMI, set up shop, and try to make money. And that's the end of it. And the commenter had, pointed out that we don't seem to be like that. And it's true, it's kind of a dichotomy, a group of people coming in trying to start a business. Obviously, that's a for-profit thing. But when I tell you that every single person in that building's heart is about the community, that's why I was so happy to become friends. I love that my wife decided I supported her 100% coming out of retirement and working there. When I met the people that were involved, their hearts are in it. And like you said, and it paired well, me being a barber, them being businessmen and women. How does that fit? And it's because our hearts are focused on the community first. Like I said, any good barbershop, if it's not about the community, if you set up and are just trying to get rich cutting hair, you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Because that's not where it's just not the right fit. But when you come in and it's about community, and how else to build community than these things? Be a part of the, meet good men, be a part of, have mentors yourself, and that's me included, 50 years old. If I don't have the right men in my life pouring into me, I can't turn around and pour out of my cup into some other young man. So that's important, getting a foundation, a base, and being part of this community. And then from there, I think the other thing about CASA is the business model is about starting other businesses for the people of the CNMI. You're putting together all these great minds and talents under one building, recruiting from outside all over the world, this digital nomad community that has all these talents and under one building, so that the people that they have an idea but don't know how to execute, this is where you come. This is where you come and you learn and you grow, and you can start your own thing too, and live out your dreams.
So, on the same point, just because you mentioned turning 50, so that's what it was for me, is when I turned 50 is when I started this. Because I got to a point where, we were talking about just making it, just almost there. And, but I want to do something that I want to do. If I don't do it now, cause this isn't just a job where I'm going to get rich off of, right? Yeah. This is but this is what I want to do. And I feel like this is my chance to do all that stuff. And you're doing that same thing. I don't know, is 50 the magic age when all of a sudden, it dials in and it makes sense? Yeah. For decades you hear about it growing up. You could do anything you want to if you put your heart into it and all that. But somewhere along the line you get lost in trying to survive, right? Trying to do all that stuff. But now here it is. You're living that dream. You're doing the stuff that you're passionate about and stuff that's meaningful to you. The money will get there, but you set your life up to where now you can actually do the thing that you care about. That's right. And that it feeds you in spiritually and financially, all that stuff.
There you have it.
And so that's it. And I totally feel you on that. Yep. And it's the best. Where was this my whole life?
Right? That's it. I was just thinking, like you said, when we stepped up and started making the cages when that incident happened at the Humane Society, and we put in long between volunteering, I believe it was the day before, and then stopping by the next day. We had put in a 10 or 12 hour day, and then the next day was again another 10 or 12 hours now building. And if I would have been on a job site getting paid an hourly wage, I'd have been heated. I'm ready to go home. I'm looking at my watch. I want to leave. And as the sun started going down and it even drizzled and we decided we had to pack up for the night and we'd continue the next day, I was almost sad. It's a different mindset when you're doing it to help others and not getting anything else out of it. You don't mind working the long hours. And I'd imagine with you put in a lot of time doing what you do, a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of driving, a lot of traveling. But at the end of the day, it's what you're passionate about. You've provided a service for the community. It's fun. You have people around you supporting you, and it's amazing. I love Saipan. I absolutely love this community. The way that people come together, the heart, the pride on this island is amazing. And when it comes to the nonprofit, man, you have no clue how much Saipan has already done for me. Any little thing I can do. Building cages is nothing compared to how welcoming this island has been. So I already feel indebted, and I owe you. thank you for the opportunity.
Man, you know, it's crazy. Like, so people from here are great, right? You know, and if they've never lived anywhere else, I don't know if they can appreciate how amazing it is here. I mean, I know if they left, they would find out right away.
Yeah.
But one person can make a big difference in this community here. If it's something you want to do, you can make a great difference. And part of it is that, like, you know everybody. So I could tell you who our county executive was when I was growing up there, and I could probably tell you our governor for the whole state of New York. But outside of that, your assemblyman, I don't know who my New York congressperson was, or the senators. Didn't matter to me because it didn't connect. Here, you'd be Facebook friends with the governor, right? Like that's it. And so you get to know all the issues, and you get to know all the people who can make decisions to get stuff done. And I think you can be a better community, more responsible community member here than anywhere else in the whole U.S. system.
I agree.
Because it's just the perfect mix. This, I would describe it like Goldilocks. This is not too hot, not too cold, just right. You know, for everything. And it is great. I love. You're already feeling that. You're already seeing that now that you guys are here, and you're a part of everything. So you see it, brother. It's great.
I love it.
Thanks so much.
I love it so much.
All right, so Monday,
yep, 10 to 3 at Lottie Built. We will be putting on the boot camp event. Everybody come on down, get some food, have the kids run wild, and get exercised while they're at the gym, learn some good techniques, and just have fun. Play some video games while you're waiting to get a haircut, and get cleaned up, eat some food, and have a great time.
That's awesome. Now, you're thinking about this shop this year. Do you have any locations in mind?
No, we're not at that stage yet. I'm not exactly sure where the brick and mortar right now. The office is out of one of the suites at Casa, and we're still forming. This will be the first official kickoff event. The paperwork is in for all the legals for the company, and we're waiting on that before we can take the next step. Mango has been absolutely phenomenal in helping with that. That is one of the resources here in the CNMI that is just a hidden gem. I can't believe how awesome they are at that program.
That is great. So that's Monday. All this stuff is coming down the pipe. We're looking forward to seeing when you become the fully fledged thing that people can go and get their haircuts at. That's going to be exciting stuff too. By the way, you're doing this on your own? Are you opening it up to other people who want to help or anything?
So we are. I've reached out with everything that happened with Humane. I wasn't as diligent this week trying to find some people some barbers, some talented barbers to come out, stylists too. I'm sure there'll be young ladies that want their hair cut as well, maybe even the moms later on and the dads. So I have not reached back out. But I have a feeling that, again, with this community and how awesome they are, I have no doubt when I go out tomorrow and make some face-to-face contacts that somebody will step up. I have no doubt.
Awesome. Well, thanks again. It's been great to get to know you, and I know you're here for a while now. You get this deep into the community area, you're going to be. So you're going to stick around.
Yeah, we burned the boat. We ain't going nowhere.
That's all right. That's our Viking carpenter, hair cutter, boat burner, Jeff Hostacki, and hopefully recovering Cleveland Browns fan. And we'll see more from him soon. Hey, thanks so much, and thanks for what you're doing on Monday. It's going to be a great thing, and people can get involved. It's going to be at Laddie Built. It starts at 10 o'clock. Give them a call or check them out. We'll continue to pump it up over here, too. We posted it. We're going to post it again.
Nice.
All right. Hey, we're going to take a real quick break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up the show and get you guys more of what you need to know. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles start with you.
friends and neighbors, sons, fathers. They're Little League coaches and veterans. They're people who love this country. These are Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. They are removing violent criminals from our streets and neighborhoods. It's dangerous and difficult work. But ICE has one mission: to make America a safer place to live. And that's what they're doing. This is law enforcement. This is ICE.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. Iran's intensified attacks on oil and natural gas facilities around the Persian Gulf in retaliation for an Israeli attack on its South Pars natural gas field. John Gambrell reports it's of great importance to the Islamic Republic.
80% of all electricity generated by Iran relies on natural gas. Iranians use it for heating their homes and cooking food. This is crucial for Iran, particularly as its theocracy is pushed ever closer to the edge by a series of Israeli and American airstrikes that have decimated its military, as well as seen top leaders in the country killed. That's why Iran has retaliated with these attacks on the oil infrastructure, on the natural gas infrastructure. And while the Strait of Hormuz is sort of closed right now because of these Iranian attacks, anything that does this much damage to oil and natural gas fields will mean that after this war is over, whenever that is, it'll take even longer for those supplies to enter the global market, meaning energy prices could remain elevated for some time.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke about Israel's attack on that gas field.
Fact number one, Israel acted alone against the Slawia gas compound. Fact number two, President Trump asked us to hold off on future attacks, and we're holding out.
A senior administration official tells AP the Pentagon's asking Congress for an additional $200 billion for the Iran war. President Trump was asked about that.
Well, we're asking for a lot of reasons beyond even what we're talking about in Iran. This is a very volatile world.
California's governor is supporting a proposal to rename Cesar Chavez Day following stunning abuse allegations against the revered labor leader. Gavin Newsom says he will move quickly on legislation if it passes to rename March 31st as Farm Workers' Day. And ABC's canceled The Bachelorette season starring Taylor Frankie Paul after a video surfaced of an altercation with her ex. This is AP News. Seth Sutel has the AP Markets Report.
Stocks pared their losses on Wall Street as an early spike in crude oil prices eased up later in the day. The roller coaster ride for oil prices underscored how they're dictating where financial markets and maybe even the economy are heading. The S&P 500 fell 0.3% Thursday. The index had been down as much as 1% earlier. The Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 203 points. That's about 0.4%. The Nasdaq Composite fell 0.3%. Markets in Europe and Asia had much bigger losses when oil prices were higher earlier in the day. If oil prices stay high, the worry is that they could cause inflation to rip higher around the world. Seth Sutel, New York.
Jobless claims fell last week. Meanwhile, mortgage rates have risen. Freddie Mac puts the average 30-year at 6.22%. There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at NMICrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name.
PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Alarm clock bark, sky still gray, radio clicks on, static haze. Good morning, Marianas, in my face, Brad yelling, wake up, Saipan, no escape. Coffee burns my lip, he laughs in my kitchen, talks like he knows every bruise that I am in. Good morning, Marianas, rise up, Saipan, hearts on the harbor, headlines in his hand. Good morning, Marianas, life from the reef to the ridge, bread with the weather, and a dare on the bridge. Traffic on Beach Road, kids half dressed. He jokes about rain and unpaid rent. Says call the show, tell me what you regret. Then plays our song like a second chance bet. He says, say your name, we say it like a prayer. Through busted speakers, we are almost there. Good morning, Marianas, rise up, Saipan. Shacks and condos, all sing with the fan. Good morning, Marianas, old scars, new daylight. Brad talks nonsense, somehow gets it right. Who is this voice in my cracked dashboard? Why does it feel like he is keeping score of every tired island soul dragged out of bed? Every maybe I will make it spinning in my head. Good morning, Marianas, rise up, Saipan. Bad roads, good stories, all part of the plan. Good morning, Marianas, yeah, shout it again. Brad says you are awake, so start living it then.
Good morning, Marianas. 8:54 in the morning. How about that? That's our show almost. We're almost done for today because we're going to be packing up and getting out of here and heading to the beautiful, delicious, friendly, romantic island of Rota. Cannot wait to get there. I am so excited to be there. Looking forward to seeing all you guys down there. By the way, you know what else I'm looking forward to? On a day when you can't eat meat because it's Lent, there are Lent specials available today at Surf Club, and you can fast with all the folks over there at Surf Club today. You can give them a call at 235-1122 to place your takeout orders. They've got social media pages that have all kinds of promotions and updates with their fresh flavors, island favorites, and Lenten goodness over at Surf Club. What are you going to get today? They have so many things that are available over there for Lent. I'm not going to be able to be there because we're leaving here in an hour and a half. We're 90 minutes away from boarding Star Marianas and heading down there. But if we were going to be here, I would check out their fish and chips because, holy cow, their fish and chips are amazing. Have you tried it? Have you seen it? Well, if you haven't, then you're missing out. They got the fish and chips, beer battered mahi with fresh fries and tartar sauce, $15.95, and that's your lunch special. You got chips and all that stuff. And my goodness, now that's just for folks who dine in. You can't just take that one to go. It's pretty good. Also, they got grilled salmon. Remember, no meat today. If you're a Lent guy like me, they got grilled salmon. They've got steamed veggies. You could try it with mahi instead. Up to you. In fact, you actually save $4 if you end up doing it. They got red rice and finadene. You can't beat it. A shrimp Caesar salad. Hey, no chicken. I know that counts. It's on the list too. You can go ahead and knock that out. Escabeche parrotfish. Oh my God, look how delicious that looks. That's the plaxi that I need to get in me right there. It is good. $29.95. This is some of your Lent specials over there at Surf Club Restaurant. Salt and pepper shrimp. Does that not look amazing? Deep fried breaded jumbo shrimp and sauteed over and tossed with onions and spices. My gosh, look at that. This is what you're able to do. This promo ends on April 5th. This ends with Lent. So enjoy it while you can. Again, you can give them a call at 235-1122 to get your order in there. Now, vegetable stir fry is available too. My goodness, they have it all. Pasta penne, that's allowed. You can do that. That's super good. Look at garlic toast and crab meat pasta. My gosh, that's it, you guys. These are your chances, your choices over there at Surf Club. You don't want to miss it. Enjoy it while you can. It's Lent. We're meat-free Fridays for sure, but they've got you covered for everything. All right, guys, that's going to wrap us up for today. It's been a week, and there's a lot more to go. I got a lot more stories to get to you guys, too. But the next time you're going to see us is in Rhoda, where we're going to bring you some stories and some of the friendly faces and the activities that are happening this morning at the Galitas Festival. In the meantime, we're going to miss that morning session when they're going to kick off the festivities today, but you can check us out. Tomas Manglonia, he is over there in Rhoda right now with Marianas Press. They're going to open it up for you, so we'll see you guys later. Take care. This is the vocation that Jeff was talking about. This is the job that makes you feel like you're getting something done for your hometown, for your community, and it is what you do when you wake up and you go to work and you leave the house. This is what this is for me, and I hope you guys are enjoying it because I love it too. All right, guys, have a great week. You earned a great weekend. And who knows? Tuesday is Covenant Day. Maybe we'll hear from our governor saying that it's an admin leave day on Monday. How cool would that be? One, it's already an austerity day for PSS. Imagine everybody else gets the day off. You get it with friends and family so that you can really enjoy this America CNMI 250-50 deal that we've got going on. The Jubilee starts this weekend. My goodness, this is what we do, guys. It's the Marianas, one day at a time. We're gonna get through all this stuff together. Great to be here with you. Take care. Have a great one. We'll see you guys from Rhoda.